in the kitchen live. So I was attempting to go live from the laptop. I was trying to test it out and see if I could actually do it. But and that was the whole point of today. I just got my laptop. I got a mic and everything, but I need to test it out a little bit more and figure out how to use everything. So that was going to be the point of today. But I am still here and we can talk about whatever. So jump into the chat. I will see if anybody decides to come in and ask any questions. Hello everybody. Oh, I sound good. Okay, cool. I just, like I said, I just got this laptop a couple of days ago and just signed it on. So you guys have to bear with me. I was trying to see if I could get signed in and try to use the laptop today, because it would probably be a little bit easier to actually chat if I have the laptop actually popping like I wanted to. But all of this is trial and error, you know, working on getting this together. Definitely brand new to this. But the last time I had gone live, someone said for me to sign into Super Chat, and I got that done. Um, let's see, got some people in. Let's see. Hopefully everybody is having a good day. Let's see if anybody is sending out any chats. Hello, y'all. So what are we, like I said, today I didn't really have a discussion point. Just wanted to go live to see if I could get signed into the laptop. And clearly, I should practice that a little bit more instead of doing that right when when I'm going live. Let's see who is in the chat. Hey, Adrian. Glad that you joined. So, you guys know that I am consistently doing reading all of these books, and we are finishing up the book that we are currently in. I will finish that one up with the ladies next week, and the following book that I'm going to be doing is going to be called Black Feminist Thought by Patricia Hill Collins. I'm doing that book. I'm doing that book because a lot of the times, like when I talk about feminism, so many people, want to say that this is just, feminism is just a white woman thing and all that kind of stuff. And Patricia Hill Collins is a black feminist, and she has written several books. I have already read two of them, and it's something that I am really wanting to talk about. This last book club was very, very good. Um, I had about 8 women on there, but they were always prepared and ready to go. So if I'm not going to add too many people to the book club, because when I do it on Zoom, I want other people to have the opportunity to talk. So I have room for a few people. So y'all let me know if you guys are book nerds, history nerds, whatever. This book is a good book. So just let me know. I'm giving myself a break for a little while, April. So I will probably be starting that book club up in May. Book club is a $10 buy-in, and then we discuss the book chapter by chapter, one chapter or two chapters each week, depending on how long the chapters are and how long it takes to get through those chapters. I give a couple of questions each week. That way, we'll have something to discuss when we come into the chat, the Zoom room. So I send out emails with the questions. I'm reading a book. Just something to talk about that I just started thinking about was I'm reading this book called The Mom Myth. And the Mom Myth, well, one of the things that they were talking about, and this was interesting, Ronald Reagan, man, Ronald Reagan really jacked up a lot of stuff. But one of the things that he did was the deregulation of the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. And before the deregulation of the FTC, how how companies marketed to children was regulated. Like you couldn't have like strobe lights, and there were restrictions. You couldn't just do hour long advertisements. But once the FTC was deregulated, that's when you started seeing these feature cartoons that were basically full length commercials. And that was my era, waking up Saturday morning. And hi, that was waking up Saturday morning, and were all basically fully commercials. um we all had, we if you were part of the 80s and 90s, there were Saturday morning cartoons. We got the Flintstones. We had um well, the boys had GI Joe. um so there was like all the Barbies. But it wasn't just that you watched the cartoons. You had to get if you were into Barbie, you had to get all of Barbie's friends. You had to get the accessories. Yes, My Little Pony. You had to get the house that all of them lived in. And this is what we grew up in the 80s and 90s. Alvin and the Chipmunks, He-Man and She-Ra. You couldn't just buy He-Man. You had to buy He-Man, you had to buy She-Ra, you had to buy all of the bad guys, you had to buy the castle. And so we who grew up in that point in time, we have kids right now, but we're adults. And just think about it, how many of us are still that programmed to buy all. You've got to collect everything. When the newest iPhone comes out, when the newest laptop comes out. Thank you, Desiree, for the super chat. So they used to hustle us, but now we are so programmed, and everything was a program. Even even the sitcoms were a program, and they're still doing it now. They put in a outfit into a program, and now we just go straight to Google. We go straight to Google and we look up who was the maker of it. And that we are so programmed. But also, we our kids are now programmed. All of us are moving. Not all of us, the generalized all of us are moving at a in a program, especially if we're still in the church. You know what you're going to do on Sunday. You know what you're going to do. Yes, the cereal was definitely a hustle. You know that everybody knows you're going to school. You're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Everything is programmed. And with between school programming, the Pledge of Allegiance. Back in the day, we were all patriotic. It's crazy how programmed everything is. Each month, we have a holiday that we have to get ready for. We have There's just so much programming day to day in this country, and the media is working with the government, or has worked with the government. Deregulation has been something else, and it's made us kind of like mindless drones. And if anybody has If anybody has ever read Fahrenheit 451, man, that book was definitely spot on in how they got rid of all that is a dystopian that is coming true right now. Basically, they got rid of all the books, and everybody just plugs in to their entertainment just like we do right now. Fahrenheit 451, you can read, I don't know when that book came out, but it's still pretty appropriate for right now. If anybody can look up when that book came out, that would be great. So somebody asked me what would be a good book to jump into the feminism, and it depends on what kind of feminism you wanted to jump into. But Bell Hooks, I, Bell Hooks is a good person. She has a book that's pretty simplistic. Um, I can't remember the name of her book, but I'll find it. But Bell Hooks had a good one that's very simplistic, easy to read. I read that like 2 years ago. Bell Hooks is definitely a good one. This one that I'm about to go into, Fahrenheit 451 was written in 1953. Thank you guys for jumping straight into the Google. That is, I'm so appreciative. I'm so appreciative that I have so many people in the group chat and on this live. But yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. It was very interesting to see the deregulation of the FTC has played a part into what we are seeing currently as well, because advertisers can say just about anything that they want to, and media can pretty much say whatever they want to as well, because there's no regulation, and deregulation has not been good. Thank you, Lizzie. Thanks for supporting. Deregulation has been very, very pro corporation, but it has not been good for us because you don't really know who to trust, and it's constant bombardment of just information, 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 and going to school these days, it they don't teach you how to think. How to um, they teach you how to take a test. They don't teach you discernment. And, I stay reading all of these books. And the history that we learn in school is such fluff that, of course, once you start with somebody like me, reading, yes, the religious right. I'll go into the religious right in just a minute. Just as soon as you start reading up on real history and you start, like, the reason why I do so many of these book reviews is because I thought that I was a pretty good student coming up. I was actually valedictorian of my high school and everything like that. But going into college, I recognized how much stuff I did not know, and it was purposeful. I was born and raised in Oklahoma. Graduated in 1999. I did not learn about the Tulsa race riots, and I'm from Oklahoma. I didn't learn about the Tulsa race riots until I went to college in Ohio. They didn't actually make the Tulsa race riots a part of the curriculum officially and overall until like the early 2000s. But of course, they had the Land Run and Boomer Sooners and Manifest Destiny, conquering the West in Oklahoma. But they're not going to put in how they displaced and massacred the Native Americans, and how they massacred the black people that had a town. So, but yes, the religious right. Oh, you didn't learn that, Desiree? You're from Oklahoma. You're from Tulsa. When did you graduate school? For you to not learn that, and you're from Tulsa, that's fairly egregious. Um, but yes, the religious right coming in, it's very crazy that it took the Watchmen coming on HBO for so many people to even learn about the Tulsa race riots. But me being the person that I am, you graduated in 2007 and you didn't know about it? See, that's pretty egregious. It just goes to show how much they want to whitewash things. And like, as much as I talk about feminism, the reason why I do that, because feminism was basically human rights for women. And the fact that basically women were owned by either their husband or their dad. We were owned. So we had no real rights until we fought for those rights. And a lot of the things that were done to us as women, obviously there we talk about some things that were done to us as black people, but some of the things that they were done to us as women was egregious in history. But you don't learn about so much stuff in history. You don't learn that marital rape was legal. You don't learn that you had to get permission just for medical procedures. You had to have somebody sign off for you. Some women couldn't own their own property. If their dad left them something, it was probably going to go into the hands of a man first. You didn't own your own body. Your husband or your dad owned your body. So a lot of this stuff you don't learn about in history. You learn the fluffy stuff that is palatable and you can put on a into a play or something. You don't learn how egregious and how sexist and racist this country was, and how it was baked into the cake, that basically wealthy white Christian men were in charge of everything. But also, that does go back to Big Brother E talking about the religious right. Whew, the moral majority of that came up right along with Ronald Reagan worked hand in. They were racist, and that is basically when the GOP and the in Christianity and fundamentalism, when they got married, when the GOP married into Christianity. So, yes, I know I just went on a whole tangent. I was basically talking about deregulation of the FTC, and now I'm into the moral majority. But today's um today's today's live wasn't really a focused live. I might go live on Sunday. Might go live on Sunday around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if I get some interest for that, I will be a little bit more focused, and I'll have try to have my laptop popping so I can have that going and be looking at the chats. Oh, excuse me. But let's see what is going on in these chats. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions for me while we are on here? Yeah, we definitely saw. Oh, hi, Grookie. I know you were saying, can we talk about Mommunes? But I don't have a lot of information on Mommunes, and honestly, I that's not something that is that close to me. I'm a housewife. I live in a home with my husband and my two kids, so that's not something that I have um actively looked into. Okay, Amber asked a question. Cool. Would you mind sharing your deconstruction story out of Christianity? That is cool. I can definitely answer that. Born and raised in Oklahoma. Born and raised Southern Baptist, Black Baptist, because we're in Oklahoma. It is hold on, what is this? Beating a dead horse, but what's your thoughts on? Okay, I'll come back to that. How did I get out? I was in the church because I had no choice. Grandpa was a deacon. Grandmother played the organ. My mother was consistently volunteering, so I was in church. I was in church every Sunday. I was baptized around 9. But, you know, I went to church, but church wasn't really in me. And I left Oklahoma in 1999, just as soon as I graduated high school. I moved away, and then I basically stopped going to church. And I had the opportunity to sit up and attempt to create my own belief system. And I did, I was still considering myself a Christian. I was going to church. I was trying out church in Ohio. Um, I was trying out church, and I was just like, this is not really for me. So I was just still considering myself Christian, but not actively going. And it was cool that I was living hundreds of miles away from both of my parents, who are still Christian, because I was able to have enough space to be able to make my own belief system. And then when I came out of that proverbial religious closet, my nobody was really close enough to like where there would be any repercussions or anything. So I came out of the proverbial Christian closet, mm, about 2008, I believe. So I was just like, Mom, I told both my mom and my dad over the phone that I no longer consider myself Christian, and they've had enough time to get over it. And I have been an agnostic ever since. You know, I believe something is probably out there, but I don't care enough to, look into it. I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in, so I just go about my day. All right, let's see. What is the next question? Just joined. What inspired you to do your YouTube channel on these men's, especially since you're already married? A majority of married people. Okay, so what inspired me? Um, I I joined YouTube. I have already had a YouTube channel, but I wasn't really active on it. I have been in the social media streets for a while. If you listen to me, you can see, you hear that, I have a strong point of view. I'm very much, even though I am married, I'm very much a woman centered woman. I'm all about, I'm about women and that kind of thing. And, and so I would be on social media, and I would get kicked off of Facebook. And I'm like, okay, clearly Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg did not want me on here. So I took my talents to TikTok, and I was still getting banned, but my TikTok was growing pretty quickly. And then I just started bringing my all of my videos over to YouTube, and my network just popped just like that. It was so crazy how quickly. But also on my social on Facebook, a lot of times my posts would go viral a lot of the times. And so I already had the platform and the information, and I just started sharing. Okay. I mean, so that is what brought me over to YouTube. I came over to YouTube basically because I was getting kicked off of other platforms because I'm opinionated and I'm kind of petty, and people know how to work the algorithm. I'll get kicked off, but other people can say, all kind of bad words. Like, I don't even cuss, but I'll get kicked off of I stay getting kicked off. It became a running joke. But I haven't been kicked off of Facebook since last summer. But I did get out of I stopped being in some of those groups that where I would aggravate people, and then they would report me. Okay, so let's see. What else we got going on? What other questions? Um Not beating a dead horse, but what are your thoughts on the recent events of just racist things and her? you know, I haven't looked up what Cynthia G called her, like she called her their warrior fish. I I am so amused at that whole thing. Like, they have a white woman as their leader, And that woman is pulling in bank. That woman is pulling in bank off of that movement, and I am so tickled by that. Like, they're not even making the money that she's making. She got like over 1 million subscribers, and she's talking about stuff that she's not even living, talking about wives and stuff, and she's a single woman. She just puts on something, what, looking all like she's from Little House on the Prairie, and these dudes are eating it up, and she is making bank. And it's not my business. She's making bank off of them. And I think that it's hilarious a little bit. That was, yeah, that she was funny calling her a dead fish. That's what she looks like. She looks like she's wearing some clothes from Little House on the Prairie. And she just gets on because rage moves this algorithm. And if you really just like submission, submission. These modern females, and she's a modern female. She's a modern woman. She's making all. You can't tell me that this woman, if she gets with a man, is going to submit, and she's making thousands of dollars a month. Okay, let's see. Little House on the Prairie. Yes, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Let's see. Anybody else got any questions for me? Uh, I appreciate y'all jumping on this live with like a 20-minute lead time, because having 24 people on here, that's pretty good for me, especially as a newbie. Let's see. Crimson Cure, Che, all those people, all of those people are, I don't really pay attention to all those people making content around talking about modern women and submission and all that stuff, because it's not interesting to me, because there's only so many ways that you can talk about the exact same thing. Oh, you sent me an IG post. Okay. Oh, okay. I I think that line of conversation has been beat into the ground. And so you will hardly ever see me talking about that unless it's something petty. And pettiness does move the algorithm. Certain things will move the algorithm. And if I need to make some, if I want to make the spins and make some money, I will do it. But there's only so many ways that we can talk about modern women, 50-50 submission. And there's all kind of ways of being in relationships, and so many people are not even in relationships, and not even in a relationship, but they're giving relationship advice. Like, why listen to somebody like that? So that's the reason why I talk about the things that I know about. Just pale things. You just calling her all kind of stuff. Hey, beautiful stranger. Thank you for jumping on, and thank you for supporting. So y'all see, I push out 5 to 7 videos each day, but typically I make those videos in the morning. And I do appreciate all the people that are sending me submission idea, not submission in the sense that you need to submit, but submitting ideas for content. Okay, let's see. Anybody else got a question for me? We are just chatting it up, not really having a focus today. But if I do come in on Sunday, um, I will have an actual topic and be prepared. So I answered learning IT. All right. Any of those other people, are they actually in relationships? I know all of these relationship coaches are making tons tons of money off of this. Um, so you take ideas. I got a bunch. Where can I DM you? I do take some ideas, but it does get to be kind of overwhelming because all of a sudden my subscribers has just popped. So, whew. But my email is, let's see, firefitnesscoach at gmail.com. Firefitnesscoach at gmail.com. Let's see. I would like to. I have had locks for 20 years. Not necessarily this set of locks, but I have been natural for over 20 years and I've had two sets of locks. This set I've had since 2013, and I have cut on this hair. My hair that this is my hair that I was pregnant with my kids with. And um, you know, pregnancy does things to your body, but it kind of made my hair thin out a little bit. But so I cut my locks. It has grown back, but I've had this set of locks. It'll be 10 years for this set of locks. It'll be 10 years for this set of locks in August, I believe. No, I am not 20. I am 42. I am definitely not in my 20s. I'm a for real middle aged woman. Let's see. Um, you appreciate the feminist content. Thank you. I'm glad that I can introduce some feminism, and I do it in a historical mindset. I know that okay, let's go back to that feminism. In the 80s, it was Ronald Reagan and his administration and the moral majority in the media that turned feminism into I hate men and I just want to go to work and be a man. They did that as backlash because in the set I think it was the 60s or 70s when no fault divorce started happening, and people were getting divorced because they could, and women needed to go to work. Um, Before feminism, men could just leave their families and they could just leave. There was no alimony before the feminist movement, there was no child support for the family. Men could just literally leave their families. And since women couldn't really always get jobs, Um, there was discrimination. So women literally, like, we had to fight to be able to make some money to provide for our families because these dudes could literally just leave. Um, Obviously, black women were always working in this country. Black women were always working. However, we were in sucky roles. We were making no money. So that means that we had to work so many hours outside of the home. So, since we had to work so many hours outside the home, that means that we were not in the home taking care of the kids. And so it's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. Um, like, black women, we needed to have the opportunity to have good jobs so we can make more money so we wouldn't have to work so many hours. And white women, they needed to work because if they were housewives and their husband could just up and leave, they had no skills. So everybody had a reason for needing more money. The sexual harassment and assault could happen and there was no repercussions. You could get fired because you got married, because you got fat, because you got too old. You could literally be fired just for getting pregnant, and there was no repercussions. And so during the 80s, Reagan and them, they were like, this is, y'all just hate men. Y'all just want it was all propaganda. And so during that time as well, that's when they started demonizing daycares. Like, you send your kids to daycare, they're going to become a bully. They're going to become antisocial. And that's when they started trying to pit working moms against they were pitting working moms against stay-at-home moms. So the media, the Reagan administration, the deregulation of the FTC has all worked together to act like women didn't need to get these rights that the feminists want. So it's all been propaganda. And so as I am reading more history, as y'all can, like, I can spit off facts, but as I read more and more history, because back in the day, I was like, I am not a feminist. That is a white woman thing. But as I read more history, like literally, did y'all know that women had to fight for the right to have overtime? They were like, no, women couldn't have overtime because that we weren't built for that. But so a woman, if she had to support her family because she was a widow or whatever, that means she had to go get two jobs instead of just being able to qualify for overtime. So we had to actually fight for the right to get paid overtime at a job. Like, nope, you got 40 hours, you can go. So yeah, that is why reading history has been the reason why I'm like, no, y'all just misconstruing things. No, I don't hate men. No, I don't want to be a man. I just believe that we should get paid fairly, that women should not be fighting against other women for having another point of view or another belief systems. All right, yes, they definitely want women divided. Um, the and that whole woman divided. If you remember the talk shows, I remember I was in college and I was working and I was in college and I was seeing some talk show. They were having stay at home moms versus working moms. And I'm like, why are y'all fighting over this? Just because, somebody else, it's been going on since the 90s and early 2000s. These mom wars is all manufactured. Let's see. And now we got some these traditional wives going up against the child free movement. And I'm a stay at home mom and a housewife myself, but I have no issues. Okay, here comes somebody. Okay. Okay, okay, so we we got a guest. We talked for quite a while before they figured out that I was in here. Okay. So so these are my kids. I'm in the kitchen because they're saying hi, guys.
Hi.
Okay. So Jeremiah, please don't kick over my water. Okay, the crazy thing is that you
And
can
make
be
sure to
both.
like and subscribe to mom and dad's and brother's channel.
Please like and subscribe as Chrissy is. Jeremiah, baby, please get that. No, 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 no. You gotta get Jeremiah. Okay, so I think let me see if I have any other questions that I gotta answer.
This life, right?
Huh?
Is this life?
Is this live?
Live.
It is live. I am on live.
Live.
I'm on. I'm doing a
Live.
I am doing a live show. They are calling you guys little dolls. They're saying you're adorable. Yes, Chrissy,
What is that up here?
my kids are definitely on point where it goes to content creation. Jeremiah, can you please get down off of the floor? So,
I found
okay, I know, but okay, let's see if I got any other questions.
there's a video you should check out.
Oh, yes, please check out our BurbNBougie food review channel.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, I don't know how long that's been up there, baby.
There was a new video that we're gonna make and send, right?
Yes. We still have to post
Yeah.
our when you made your pizza video.
Yeah. It's called Pizzi's Pizza.
Please don't kick over my water. I don't know how long that's been back there, sweetie. I don't know who bought that. That should get thrown in the trash. Yes, this is this is definitely motherhood. This is definitely that is very old. Don't drink that. I don't know who bought that. That could that might have been here before we got here. Okay. All right. Let's see if y'all have any other questions so we can wrap this. Yes, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe.
That's that's old.
Well, there is pop in these cabinets.
No, get in. That's old.
There is
Okay.
pop. There is pop.
Okay, so
Give us pop.
Yeah, got it.
let's see. There's the hubby.
Now, do you pour us pop?
And oh, you can't drink that. Can't drink that one. Great content. Thank you for thanks everybody.
And make sure you have a good day. Bye.
Okay, so you guys go. Daddy is pouring you guys something to drink. Y'all go
I'm
ahead.
gonna drink it right here.
No, because you might waste it on my new laptop.
I'm not gonna waste
And I'm
Over
going
here. Drink it over here.
okay, let's see. Let's see if y'all got any other questions for me. So you guys get to see the kids up and close, because a lot of times I try to make my videos while they are asleep, and this is why.
That one cup is the best. This one or this one?
Okay.
That one cup is the best. This one or this one?
All right.
I would say they're the same, right?
It doesn't look like we got any more questions, but I'll go live on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. and I'll make a post and take some ideas for topics, and
Cheers. The crown.
Yeah, no, yours are here.
we'll go live and we'll talk about something.
Cheers.
Okay, all right. Please move that away from the camera. Okay, all right. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. All right, my children. I got a couple of questions to answer, but I am about to get off. Okay. So I will go live 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday.
And make sure to check out Mom's Book Club.
Oh, okay. Thank you. See, Chrissy is a great advertiser for me. Am I going to start a podcast? If I do start,
make sure to watch Mom's videos.
if I do start a
And
podcast,
Dad's.
if I do start a podcast, I'll mostly just be talking on
And
here.
Brothers.
I won't probably start any other line. I'm still learning YouTube. I still have I just got this laptop and I'm still learning how to do it. Okay, let's see.
And make sure to like and subscribe to the Mom and Dad and Brother.
Mom and Dad and Brother. Yes.
And make sure to have fun
Make sure
when you're watching our YouTube videos.
Okay. There. I think that you guys have.
And you should make the pizza recipe.
Okay. I'll get the video posted. The video is going to be posted on our BurbNBougie food review channel.
Why is every food? We should make a making food video. Like we put like food stuff on there, like when we make food and stuff.
Oh, that's what we should.
Yeah, so we put the food, like the food that we make.
Oh,
on
that's
that channel.
that's what we should do.
When we make recipes.
Yes, you
We
guys.
should do that.
You guys are so helpful.
You should do that.
Okay, so
It should be called. What should it be called? You should think of a name. Well, I know what it should be called.
what should it be called?
Food.
Food. Okay,
The best food.
the best food.
I have a good idea too. You should
Okay.
make another YouTube channel about workouts.
Oh,
Like BurbNBougie workouts.
BurbNBougie workouts.
Yes, it'd be but I know what you should name it.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
food good food BurbNBougie.
Okay.
Channel.
See, so Yari came on. Hello, yes. So this is what motherhood looks like. This is mommyhood in the evening, right before. In the thick of mommyhood. So 7 p.m. Sunday Central Standard Time. I'll put up a post making asking for suggestions, and I will decide on a topic and I will come prepared. Today was just a chit chat day, so it wasn't very structured. But
today is gonna be a fun day.
it's a lovely day.
Yeah. I was looking in the cabinets on
Okay.
the chair. And make sure you have a good day. Also, I hope you're you get a good night's sleep.
You guys are so, man. Y'all making some great suggestions. Okay, all right. Yes. Okay.
And make sure to be happy.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this down
And make
because
sure to be grateful.
be grateful, be happy, and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Good night and bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay.
I hope you have a good day.
Okay.
And me too.
Okay. All right. I'm hanging up now, Chrissy and Jay.
Is this a phone call?
This was a live. Are you sure you
A
want to
live
stop?
phone call?